Still won't get any louder. Good morning. I'd like to welcome you to the Post 3208 Memorial Day service.
Detail, halt. Right, hey.
Post colors. Is that armed?
Thank you. I'm humbled and deeply honored to be here. Thank you to the VFW Post 3208 for your patriotism, devotion, and commitment to honoring the original meaning of Memorial Day. I thank you very, very much. President Franklin Roosevelt observed that the men and women we honor on this National Day holiday fought not for the lust of conquest, but to end conquest, to liberate, to let justice and tolerance and goodwill arise among all God's people. Those we honor today were ordinary men and women compelled by love of liberty and country to serve. Ordinary men and women who acted in an extraordinary way with selfless service, honor, integrity, and courage. We are left with our duty to honor those who sacrificed their lives on the altar of freedom, those who fought, those who died, those who stand ready today to do the same whenever the defense of freedom demands it. Those who at a great cost gave us a priceless gift we enjoy every day. Oliver Wendell Holmes called this our most sacred holiday, and he urged that we not ponder with sad thoughts the passing of our heroes, but rather we ponder their legacy, the life they made possible for us by their commitment and their pain. First observed over 200 years ago, Memorial Day was born of compassion and empathy. As the Civil War raged, grieving families in Columbus, Mississippi, dedicated a day to cleaning and placing flowers on Confederate graves. They noticed Union soldier graves overgrown with weeds nearby. The Confederate women grieving for their own fallen soldiers understood that the dead Union soldiers were cherished loved ones of faraway families. They cleared the tangled weeds and laid flowers in the graves as well. That day is said to mark the first Memorial Day in America. At its heart, Memorial Day has always been a holiday which commemorates the universal inclusiveness and humanity, which understands no greater love than this does any man have, that he lay his life for his friends. The lives of the fallen soldiers we honor today, our fathers, our mothers, brothers, sisters, children, and friends, were valuable lives not lost in vain. Each life lost contributed to the nation we are, a free nation, a strong nation. As we mourn the lives lost, we must celebrate the lives lived and be grateful. Today we remember the faces of the loved ones, forever young, the voices of the loved ones forever silent. We remember the depth of their sacrifice. We remember the courageous men and women who died so that we might live in this land of liberty and plenty. We remember their sacrifice of those lost in the legacy of duty, courage, and decency. We remember because if we do not remember, we risk forgetting that freedom is not free, and eternal vigilance is the price demanded for our freedom. Yet to remember is not enough. We must prove ourselves worthy of this great sacrifice received by rededicating ourselves to the peace purchased with the lives lost. President Lincoln said at Gettysburg, "From these honored dead we take increased devotion to the cause for which they gave their last full measure of devotion, that this nation under God shall have a new birth of freedom." Today we rededicate ourselves to the task of the fallen and continue to build a just and decent society at home, which can be a force for peace and justice throughout the world. Thank you, and God bless all of you.
7 years old, his dad started inviting him to share a day at work every once in a while. And Alex so loved those days with his dad and his dad's friends that the young boy kept asking to come more and more often. The boy's dad spoke to his employer, which granted the boy a chance to be a weekly volunteer, 2 hours a week. This eventually worked into a job for young Alex. We'll talk about family and community values working together. Meanwhile, Alex successfully completed both grade school and high school and began to talk about how wonderful American was. At age 19, he joined the United States Marines. After completing basic and advanced training, Alex has now served 2 tours of duty in Iraq, followed by 9 months stateside and in places such as China, and just 3 weeks ago, he embarked on his first tour of duty in Afghanistan. He's there today. This 7-year-old boy, raised with good family and community values, now 23 years old, grew up into manhood and became Sergeant Alex Tejeda, United States Marine, and is carrying on the same American tradition of love, patriotism, strong courage, and the willingness to pay any price he is called upon to pay for his country. Those same American characteristics shown so strongly in those American heroes which we honor here today. As individuals,
Aim. Fire. Ready? Aim. Fire. Ready? Aim. Fire. Orders.
Retire the colors.
Right shoulder. Hand. Right. Face. Forward. Turn. On the left. Turn.
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes our ceremony.